born without tear ducts. That might have been somebody laughing. Because we're all trapped inside.
Hey everybody, how's it going? Thank you for tuning in to Plus Time, a live stream comedy show to get us all through this. I'm your host, Jameson Rogers, and as always, I'm here to remind you that even though things suck right now, there's at least a possibility that it won't always suck. They say comedy is just tragedy plus time. We're in the midst of 100 global tragedies that started with one, but there's always a bunch of them. But if we keep moving forward and keep using all this extra time to create things, we can all look back on this one day and laugh. That is, if the world continues to spin. Getting us started off right is my co-host of 44 episodes and my brother of 28 years, Drew Rogers, everybody. What's up, bud?
Man, how you doing?
Not bad. Not bad. Yeah, I think is the answer. Yeah. I'm out of whiskey, so I'm drinking beer today, which is kind of weird for Tuesdays.
I got water.
Hey, me too. What?
But fun fact,
right? Mm-hmm.
I got this at a Kroger, discounted.
Mm-hmm.
That's all it is. No, I'm kidding.
I was gonna say that's the full fun fact.
I was trying to put my finger through like this, and it snapped, and the thing just crashed everywhere, and I was like,
oh, really?
So I looked around for somebody for like 5 minutes, and then I was like, all right, I'm just going to push it all together and put what I can. It's like, and then I'm going to walk around again and take another one.
So if you're listening and you work at Kroger, you know, what you've been up to over the past since the last time I saw you, which was last week. Oh yeah, we can talk about that. Last week we took the week off so we could go on a little field trip and go to an open mic at Bossy Girls Pinup Joint, hosted by the incomparable Gilly, and it was a really good time. And I had a pretty good set, as I recall. I don't know, Drew, you can be objective. You were just in the crowd.
I enjoyed it. It was a good show.
Good, thank you. I will give you that $5 for saying that later on.
As any show goes, it's awkward when it's a tiny bit, like when there's just like a little bit of people you're talking to. But
yeah, I guess I'm used to that now.
I don't know stand up, so I imagine, yeah.
Well, I'm extra used to it now because like week after week, I'm basically talking to you, and then 2 additional people. And hopefully, like right now, we got 4 people watching. So thank you to the Timies, first of all.
Timies.
Yeah. Oh, one thing, of course, that I always forget to set up because I am stupid is that the thing that sets us apart from all the other like Jimmys and Jameses and all this stuff in late night is that we got Drew. And Drew draws drawings, and Drew's very good at drawing drawings. And during the show, he will participate in the conversation, play the games and whatnot, and also draw things based on things that people say. And by the end of it, we have like a whole tapestry of like what happened. So I can show you last week's right now.
2 weeks ago.
Oh, this is 2 weeks. Yeah. Last episode. Oh yeah, my goatee was missing, so there's the missing goatee there.
A lot of the ones in like the middle left are the congressional districts.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's right.
Orphan broccoli, bully squirrel, I think.
Yeah. Cool. Oh, go ahead.
And
I was gonna say, if you want more context, go back and
a hat.
Yeah, and a hat.
Before we start.
Yeah.
So, our niece and nephew, Marshall and Eliza, just left. But Marshall was like feverishly drawing that to try to put it on the show.
I love it.
Mm-hmm.
Get a little closer.
And he was like, "How do you make a plus?"
Oh, that was cool. That's awesome, man. We got young timies, you guys.
Yeah.
Fans.
Marshall is 5 years old.
That's right. That's awesome.
Yeah. 6. He's 6.
Is he trying? Yeah, he just turned 6. Was he trying to compete for your job, Drew? Is that it? He's just trying to steal Uncle Drew's job?
Yeah.
All right.
I've always been curious if any like artist would want to do this.
Yeah, I thought about that too. And like maybe this is something that we should discuss in a meeting, but let's go ahead and just put it all here. Like I thought about just like doing guests every once in a while. Like if somebody wanted to like take my spot or take your spot, and we just like, hey, you need a week off. We can still keep it going, you know?
Yeah. Is this a better view so you can see my Funkos?
That's a pretty good view of the Funkos. I don't think I have any Funkos upstairs. So congratulations, Drew. Oh, whoops. The light fell down. All right, we're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we're going to bring on our first guest. Sound good to you, Drew?
Works for me, man.
Cool. It sounds good to me as well. We have such fun music on the show. Thank you, YouTube Free Library. So our first guest of the evening is a very talented comedian and burlesque dancer, and just a fun hang, if I'm being honest. Please put your hands for the one and only Astray Attraction, everyone. Hey.
Aw, thank you. Hi.
How's it going?
Are you just like a whole family of weirdos? Like, what are your parents like?
Weirdos.
Also weird. Yeah.
I'm
just
very
a bunch of nerds. Yeah.
I love it.
Weird.
We're made. I think we're genetically like 14% TV theme song. That's kind of like.
I mean that
Right.
actually, I mean it checks out for sure.
Right.
Also, I want to draw some weird things. Hi.
Hi.
What you been up to?
Are you gonna draw with me?
Sure, I'll do it. I have like a whiteboard. I'll grab that. I'll
There you
grab
go.
that when Logan's on or something.
There you go. I tried to draw for Drew one day. Like we tried to switch for like 5 minutes, I think, and then it was just like this doesn't work.
I feel like you couldn't even draw like a stick figure.
No, I couldn't. I started drawing a stick, and then it ended up being a rock, and I don't know what happened. It was just like a whole round thing. It's like, man,
Like instantly a right angle, and you're like, oh no, I've given him scoliosis. This is horrible.
This poor man. How does he have to live like this? This poor stick figure.
Oh, God.
What's new with you?
Nothing really. Just trying to get acclimated to being social and shit again.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I feel
know
like
that feeling.
anytime I'm around anybody else, I just get like ridiculously manic.
Mm.
Tonight's mania is brought to you by I had to read it again. Dragon Fruit Red Bull. No, it's so funny seeing everybody like trickle out of their caves after a long
Right?
time,
Yeah.
and like nobody knows how to socialize anymore. It's really funny to like sit back and watch. Honestly,
Absolutely. Like, I mean, I thought I was gonna have kind of a leg up just having been doing this the whole time. It's like, okay, well, I'm at least kind of sharpening, like keeping the social skills a little bit sharp, whatever, and hanging out with people on Zoom and stuff. But there was one open mic I went to where I just like stood there with my hands in my pockets for probably like an hour, just like not even talking to anyone. It's like, man, it's hard to get back out there.
Same
Yeah.
here. Like, mainly, like, yeah, I thought I would have a leg up. Well, I always have a leg up, don't I? But I thought I would have a leg up for sure, like, just because I talk to people all the time. But, like, we live in this, like, one freaking bedroom apartment.
Mhm.
So, and, like, this, it used to be, like, a hotel or something in, like, the 50s or some shit. But, yeah, anytime I'm, like, out around people, I'm like, no, this is fine. I don't do anything awkward socially. I just pretty much talk at you forever. I can't stop. Like, just interrupt me because I'll keep going. I need to get it out. It's like I tell Cecil it's like walking the dog or something. He just like lets me go and I just talk at everybody.
Yeah.
I gotta get it out.
I get that feeling. And I've definitely like, there's certain people that like when I see them, I'm just like, oh, I have to like download all of the pop culture bullshit I've been thinking about for the past fucking 15 months or whatever. Just like, sorry, Stevie. Like, you need to like step aside for a second, man. You just gotta let me get it all out of my brain, and then we can just move on and live our lives. You know.
I did like the one awkward thing socially that I do is like I would be at like burlesque shows. And a bunch of my friends would come and fill up Bossies, and then I would just forget, and I'd be like, I'd get shit housed by the end of it. And I'm just like sitting on all my friends' laps. I don't have my mask on, and they like, and I just remember my one friend being like, "Bitch, are you okay?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'm fine." She's like, "Do you know them?" And I'm like, "Everyone here's my friend." Yeah. Oh, I just look like a drunken slut right now. I was like, oh, okay, got it. Thanks, friends.
That's fine.
Like I'm just like you know me, like when I first started coming around with Cecil, like I hug everybody. I'm very like touchy.
Yeah.
I need to get up in there. So
and I'm a hugger too. So that has been a really hard year for that reason.
Yeah, it was
too.
weird.
Man, I can't hug people. Like
I would have to be like Cecil would come home from work and I'd be like, no, we have to hug right now. It's just happening. Yeah. I'm just like, bro, like I gotta hug you right now.
I would tell Anna like just like I'm just gonna hug you and just kind of hold on for like as long
30 seconds. You're like, don't make it weird.
Don't make it weird. It's fine.
Don't make it weird. Don't say anything.
Sniff your hair a little bit. It'll be okay. But it's just like I'm trying to.
Mouth, little baby.
This is for everyone. Just spread it around. That's what I'm thinking now. Like too. Like I keep thinking of all the care reacts that I gave people over the past year once they introduced that on Facebook.
Those are IOU hugs.
Yeah, exactly. I'm cashing in on those for sure.
Exactly.
You guys ready to play a game?
I'm actually bad that because I thought you were gonna have me do time or something. Because to be honest, I was shithoused when you asked me to do this. I forgot.
To be honest, a lot of people I ask are usually that way. That's why I usually try to check back in.
I'm assuming it was when you guys were at Bossies, right?
Yeah, right.
Shit out of my mind.
Oh, it's fine. I think we really vaguely talked about it too. I was like, I don't know, are you free Tuesday? And you were like, yeah, I don't know, maybe what? And
no, let's fucking do this. No, I'm so glad because at first I was like, oh my god, you have to do time. Like I hate the virtual comedy shows where it's like, okay, am I supposed to do like 7 minutes of time? Because like I crave an audience. I need an audience. I need to feel them, or else I can't come. You know?
Yeah, I get it.
So I love this throw nonsense at me. Let's play a game, baby.
Perfect. This is a game, of course, that we like to call. Did it happen? Nope, it's not playing.
Didn't.
Okay. We like to call. All right, I'm back. I love how
I was like serenely like bouncing, and then I'm like, okay, this. All right, question mark. I love it. I was like dancing with my cat in the backstage area.
I wonder how many people we lose during that.
During just that sequence. It's so long, but I'm never gonna shorten it.
I don't think you should. I love it. I love a good troll.
So the way this game works, Estrella, is like we'll show a picture of a congressional district. Drew and I each have to like tell you what we think that looks like, and then you can award points based on any criteria you want. If like
okay, good,
like I agree.
Where, I am right now. So
we don't know either.
Judge you, perfect. Bring it on.
It'll be great. And yeah, like you can award points based on anything. Like if you like our answer, if it made you laugh, or if,
I just like sit here and I just award no points. I'm like, you guys are terrible.
I would respect it, honestly. I don't think anyone's done that yet. So let's see. Drew, you're up first, Drew. What does this congressional district look like?
WALL-E. Like the Pixar movie WALL-E.
Damn, it does look like WALL-E. Yeah, like the eye right there. That's already how many points?
I just nothing. I
got a good point, which means that I win.
WALL-E made me excited, and I gave 10, but I don't believe that. So let's keep going.
Man, like it's hard to beat WALL-E. I don't even know. Like that. That looks like. No, it's WALL-E, man. You can't go. Like I'm gonna go ahead and just
I can't find anything else. I wanted to make
it's just definitely WALL-E
somehow, but.
Well, it's WALL-E. I don't know. Like I can't even. It's hard. I don't know. It's just WALL-E. That's just what it is. I wonder what it is. Alabama's second
Well, that's the
Represented very
opposite of
more.
Wally.
No, that's the opposite
It's
of
the
Wally.
garbage
Exactly.
part.
Opposite, yeah.
Yeah, I'll just go ahead and like just.
I mean, that's
Drew
10
can take whatever
points.
points.
True. I
Absolutely.
just like he literally turned it into Wally. Like you couldn't even fucking say shit.
No, there's
It's 10
there's
points,
nothing
yeah.
it could be but Wally. Like
Nothing.
I was thinking of other things that I could say, and then you said Wally, and it was just like, no, that's
Gone.
nothing else that could be. Okay. This is a very top-heavy dinosaur. He is a T-Rex. This is both of his legs right here. This is his arms. It's like that you would think that was like a tooth or something. That is both of his arms. It is a poor dinosaur with a very, very top-heavy arms coming out of his mouth like this, and then one glob of feet. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna go with, I guess. Drew?
If you look to the far left of it, it seems like a thigh, just like across there. So if you follow it, it looks like a very like flailed pant that goes down to a very tiny foot at the bottom.
Oh, here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, Drew,
Yeah.
you made me think too much. Jameson, I'm going to give you 6 points because the dinosaur thing didn't really mean shit to me, but it made me envision this as like a humpback whale with just a huge slong. So I'm going to give you 6 points for making me imagine that.
Oh, you're welcome. Okay, California 16th. Jim Costa. That's what we know. All right, Drew. Oh! All right, Drew, what is that?
That is the crime scene of a rabbit that was murdered.
Crime scene of a rabbit murdered. I like
went
that.
through my nose. Why did I think that was so funny?
And I think this is a Lovecraftian mermaid.
Ooh,
Which
going
one
with
do I
Lovecraftian mermaid. Step your shit up, Drew. I'm going to give you 5 points.
Sweet.
Yeah, just to be like,
What
yeah,
is
you got one more.
See what it is. Louisiana's 6th representative, Garrett Graves, a Republican. Get out of here, Graves! Okay, what do we got? Oops. All right, is it my turn to start first? I forget. Or is this the fourth one? Okay, this is okay. Oh, I think I already did that joke last week. Okay, so I'm gonna say something different than what I was gonna say. This is okay. This is a Lego man who is entering the game Tron right now, and he's like in the process right now, and it's kind of like pulling him like it does with Jeff Bridges and stuff into the game, but it's like a little blockier because he's a Lego.
Okay.
Drew?
You said Lego, and that's all I could think of after.
Right? It's just the head. You know?
No. Oh, well, now that I'm like zooming in on the head,
No.
I think it looks like some kind of a weird, it's like Sherlock Holmes, but getting sucked into Tron. So, I mean, you didn't give me shit, Drew. So again, I'm going to give points for, I'm going to give 4 points for inspiring me to make my own assumption. That
Hey! Love
just
it.
a weird Sherlock Holmes going through into Tron with a very big pipe.
Oh, yeah. Which is oddly in the middle of his body.
So, yeah, there's the brim of the hat, and then like, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I see the hat.
Yeah, the pipe's at the bottom.
Ah, Bill Johnson. Shake.
Good old Willie Johnson.
Old Billy John.
Billy Joe.
It's Billy John. Okay, what does this congressional district look like?
That is the face of Ted Cruz's wife.
Ooh, okay. Okay. This is
Have to Google
nose. This is some sort of mouth situation. Is this just the mouth right here? Just like the
Sure.
mouth? Okay.
I
Okay,
know
cool.
guys.
You know what it makes me think of is you remember Science Court? Like that was like a Squiggle Vision show or whatever. It was like
Oh my God, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know why, but just like it makes me think of like one of the lawyer guys from Science Court. It's just like this weird.
That's oddly that.
But like,
Okay, all right.
Like-
I was gonna
Yeah.
say it looks like some kind of a like sports team that's like a Native American, and they should change their.
oh
mascot.
yeah, I see that. Yeah, just like outdated sports
Yeah.
mascot or whatever. The flat top is like a little bit like it's like oh, okay, well
It
maybe
kind of
that's
gives
okay.
me like Greek warrior too. I don't know. Maybe it could be like a
Here you go,
Spartan.
either way.
At the like bottom right, I
Mhm.
keep seeing like devil horns, like that, and next to it,
Like this
bottom
and
middle.
oh, like here and here.
Like,
Oh no, here. Okay, I see.
Oh, I see what you're talking about.
Yeah.
He's like,
Yeah, it looks-
oh my god, it's like a gate to hell, and he's like peeking out of it.
Oh, I love
oh,
that.
I like it.
It's a fucking hellmouth. All right. Excuse me.
We call
South
that
Carolina's
Apple
fifth.
Mouth. I Jameson. 2 points because I don't want Drew to get that far behind.
All right. Well, I think this is the last one, actually. I could be wrong. I don't know. Oops. Yeah, it is. We have a whole thing about gerrymandering right here. Don't do it. Right?
Gerrymandering, don't do it.
And this is exciting because I don't think I've won for like 7 episodes or something. Drew's been just running
I
away
actually
with it.
looked up Ted Cruz's wife. Just so
Is
I
it accurate?
can- no.
No.
I wanted
Let's
it to
see.
be, so I googled it. So I could be like, no, Jameson.
What if it was? What if that was just like
It would-
exactly her profile?
She has
Oh,
like a
no.
Neanderthal forehead, and she always wears like a spiky
Yeah, she
helmet.
wears a mask and she doesn't like to talk about it. So
Oh, I love that.
That's
Like,
That's what
hides her-
she truly looks like. That's her true.
yeah, I love that the only thing anybody knows about Ted Cruz's wife is that 45 called her ugly one time, and her husband just did nothing about it. He was just like,
Mhm.
ah,
he's just like,
yep.
okay,
Anyway, that's that game. Thank you for
Yeah.
playing, Estrella.
that game.
Thank you for letting me win. I have the right to wear sweaters and use my last name for the next week, which is good because it's been very hard to sign documents over the past 7 months or something, however long it is that Drew's been winning. But anyway, put your hands for Australia. We're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we're going to have our next guest, whose name I remember, but I'm just letting him think I don't. All right. Cool.
Cool.
Got those drawings, Drew. Just drawing drawings over there.
Mm-hmm.
Don't show me yet, but
Oh,
just checking in. You know. All right, you ready for our next guest? I don't know why I'm this close now, but I'm going to be this close for this intro. Coming up next is a very funny comic and also a good guy to hang out with sometimes, and very experienced in beer things, I believe, and his beard is better than mine. So let's go ahead and put your hands for Logan Steak, everybody. Oh, you can't see him. There he is, Logan Steak, everybody.
My cut finger.
What'd you do?
Tied butthole.
Oh, right, of course. How you doing, man?
Not, just pulling out the shards of wine bottle that are coming out my butthole.
right,
I
right.
think you're drinking it wrong. if I'm being honest.
I saw it in Jackass once, and I was like, I wonder if they could do that with wine, but I don't have contact with them, so I just tried it myself.
Yeah, you're like, well, if I can't get Knoxville on the phone, I just gotta be.
You're like,
Gotta be
I'm
controlled.
sorely mistaken, and I don't use that as a pun in this case.
Yeah, I really didn't do my research on that one.
Yeah, that sounds dangerous, man. What's your shirt there? What's going on your shirt there?
Cursive.
Ah, that's cool. Anna and I went and saw them at Ace of Cups one time. It was a good time.
Oh yeah, I opened
Yeah.
for him a few times.
Did you? Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. I threatened Tim Casher's life more than twice.
You know what?
That's
Wouldn't even doubt it. That sounds sounds like something you would do.
Yeah, pretty stupid stories there, but we got games to play.
What's new with you otherwise? Like, what have you been up to? Like, I know you started doing comedy like as soon as the first mic opened back up, right?
I didn't hit the first one. I hit it maybe like a month after, and then I stopped again around the holidays because I was seeing my mom, and she's all in her 70s, so I didn't want to fuck around and kill her, potentially. But then after that, I've been going to them like there's no problem. I got vaccinated. I went to Washington Courthouse, went to a Walmart. I was the only one there with a mask on, the only one there getting a shot. The woman was like, "Can I ask you a personal question?" I'm like, "I guess." And she's like, "Why are you getting this shot?" I'm looking around. I just see a bunch of people and just, automatic fucking wheelchairs and no masks. They're just coughing and sneezing on everybody, touching produce. And I was just like, I just want to get it over with. And she was just like, "Oh, thank God." Like, she just had this relief of like, "What are you doing here? You don't belong." And then she was like, "Oh, okay, she's one of the good ones." Like, everyone,
like what was she expecting you to say? Like, what would have made her be like, "See, get out"? Like, what,
what I should have said in retrospect is, well, I've always been interested in being a cyborg, so why not just go ahead and implement the. Here's
Bro, if
my
I was
theory.
administering shots and somebody told me that they like wanted to be a cyborg, I'd be like, "Go ahead." I don't even know if this has anything to do.
Yeah,
but
here's my theory on that.
Good
though.
luck
Like,
on your path.
If there's microchips in the vaccine,
Mm-hmm.
do you really want to be part of the people that didn't get chipped up?
No, man.
You know
it's
what I
upgrades,
mean? Like,
you know what I mean?
It's automatic upgrades, or they just kill you and everyone drops dead, and you have to live in that post-apocalyptic world where Bill Gates rules it. Like, that sounds horrible. The only reasonable option is get chipped up. Like, I'm not trying to live in this Mad Max fucking weird shit. Or best case scenario, upgrade. Maybe
upgrades. You get fucking blasters out of your hand like Iron Man or something, but it's organic.
Yeah, I just want a jetpack out of my asshole though. I want that to be like a booster where I can just like.
Yeah. Well, that way you could push wine bottles out of there if they get stuck. Yeah.
I think wasn't there like an old Sega game that you were like a fart guy or something where you like flick boogers and like would fart on you.
I sincerely hope so. That sounds like something that exists.
It was like Earthworm Jim, but it was like a fart, like Booger Man or something. I can't remember. I can't remember exactly.
I'm gonna Google Booger Man Sega and see what happens. Booger Man, yep.
Is that what it was? Oh, fuck
it is.
Yeah.
I'll throw.
Dude, that was a dope game, dude. It was a lot.
Was it really?
Yeah, it was very much like Donkey Kong, but you just fart on people and like boogers, and you have a little cape and like I think your fart actually like allows you to like maybe like hover, like have a soft landing, if you will, like a Ring of Lightfoot or something.
Oh my god, this thing sounds crazy. Fun. Talk amongst yourself while I pull up Booger Man.
Dude, Booger Man is the shit. Hey Drew, how are you doing?
What are the logistics of getting a rocket in your ass? I'm very curious.
I think that like what's the closest like bag organ that's to your anus hole, like tube?
Prostate.
Your stomach or your prostate?
Yeah, I guess probably.
What if your stomach was like, just like had like built in some like weird like lining around it that just was metallic, and like it like the microchip expanded into all these other little parts that lined your stomach and created this like it took the gas and used that gas as like fuel to fuel the rocket.
Do you think that people who got different vaccines are going to get different powers?
I hope so, because I got the J&J.
Me too, man.
Dude, I was like, I'm going to Washington Courthouse at a Walmart to get the most, like, if you're gonna get vaccinated, the least vaccinated.
The Kirkland's vaccine.
Yeah. I was like, dude, if I don't get AIDS from this, then I'm gonna go back to living under bridges. It'll be fine.
That you know
Needles are
what?
my friend.
I don't doubt at all that you've lived under bridges. Like
I've
that's
definitely
you're one
slept
person that I'm
under
like, nope,
bridges.
wouldn't even question it. Here's Booger Man, by the way.
Yeah, dude. Fuck yeah.
Awesome.
What is
It
it?
looks like a pick and flick adventure.
It's so good.
I like how that.
Yeah, dude. Look, they all
Yeah.
have like boogers. Yeah, I'm surprised you never played that game.
No, I don't remember. Like
Seems
what
like
we
it's
had
right
Super
up your alley.
Nintendo. Like we were a Nintendo family. You know.
Oh, you didn't even have like Sega handheld?
No, I didn't have any Sega stuff.
Ah,
Like my
man.
cousin Phil had Sega stuff, but like I feel like I played Rayman and Sonic at his house like once or twice, but that's really it. Yeah.
Dude, Sega, the Star Wars game for Sega handheld was fucking sick. That was like one
Was
of the
it?
first like really good handheld games. Yeah, that wasn't
don't
like a
know.
Pokemon or something.
I didn't know anyone who had a Sega handheld except for the kid in Surf Ninjas. Remember Surf Ninjas? There's like Rob
course
Schneider,
I
Ernie
remember
Reyes
Surf
Jr., and then this one kid who like his whole power was he could like play his Sega and see like 15 minutes into the future or something.
Dude, it's so good.
It's
They
ridiculous.
don't make movies like that anymore.
They just don't. No, they don't. They're just
really
like after Three Ninjas did well, they were just like blank ninjas. Do whatever you need to do, man. Like I need
Dude,
to
Three
get.
Ninjas didn't just do well. They did so many that Hulk Hogan got involved, and that
Yeah.
one was kooky as fucking all
Oh
hell.
boy!
You remember
And he had
that
a
one?
wig on the whole time. It was like
It was so goofy.
I think we've brought this up on the show before too. It's like Three Ninjas High Noon at Mega Mountain or something
Yeah,
like
dude.
that.
My
And at that
mom-
point, like all the kids have been recast and everything. It's just Hulk Hogan trying to keep it together.
Dude, my mom used to call me Tum Tum because I would watch that movie like every morning when I woke up, and I was always like the Tum Tum type. I would just like eat a shitload and just goof around and never take anything serious. Miss that shit.
So Logan, you ready to play a game?
Let's do it, man. I love that Estrella thought she was gonna have to do time. like I went into this knowing like I don't have to prepare for dick.
Yeah, I used to tell people that too. Like before, like don't worry, you don't have to prepare for anything because comedy is basically dead. But comedy is on the rise. Comedy's coming back. You know what I mean?
I don't think it ever died. I think comedy is.
It felt like it for a couple months there. Yeah. No, it does feel strong. Like I agree. But anyway, this is a game that we like to call. Yes, that's right. This is a game called Who Am I? Where we show you a drawing that Drew has drawn when Drew drew it. And then we'll ask you some questions about it, kind of flesh them out as a character. Sound good to you?
Yeah.
Cool.
Also, Estrella said doo-doo earlier. Sorry.
Nice.
I always have to say it when someone says that.
No, I don't. You know what? I almost called it out at that point too, and I was like, and then at a certain point, it was like too far, and I was like, I missed my chance.
I always say I'm childish, dude. I don't care. I've been burping this whole episode. Let's do this.
Me too. All right, this is your guy right here. We'll throw him down in the corner here.
Why is it a guy?
Oh no, that's a good point. Like I usually try to be better about that, but I went ahead.
Can you
and
make it larger for me?
I can throw. I mean, no.
Okay.
I mean,
all right.
you got to talk sweet to it, you know.
Okay.
Yep. Yeah.
All right.
I can throw it up there for a second. You get a good look at it, and then I'll throw it down the corner.
I got
Or
it.
you can just like you can peek around him if you want.
You can throw it.
Oh, did I not send one with a
in the corner.
transparent background?
No, you did. I just put. I like to put the
Okay.
big one up, so it's just covering for a second.
Now,
Anyway,
I think this is a like in a somewhat anthropomorphic representation of what it's like to do acid.
ooh,
Like you have the third eye,
mm-hmm.
you have no feet, you're just blending into the surface underneath you.
Yeah.
The
like
one hand is curled while the other one is seemingly maybe a little longer and probably curled.
Ooh, maybe.
I like the earring because it shows willingness to do drugs.
Oh yeah.
The cap means that like the world like can only stop, like it has to, your brain has to stop at certain points. Like that's where the acid trip is all, the world is the baseball cap and the acid trip is everything underneath it. And the curly hair is like the weird little like fires that exist in your brain where you realize that when you're tripping so hard that there are limits to reality and there are forces oppressing you. That's what I'm getting out of this.
Damn, that's
I
just
like-
right off the cuff. That's like
I-
not even any questions yet. You're like, boom. I don't know. Personification of an acid trip. Love it. Oh,
Yeah.
let's start with this. What is this character's name?
Definitely Greg.
Greg. Just Greg,
Yeah.
like Cher.
Greg,
One word,
like
Greg.
Oprah. Yeah, it's and the reason it's Greg is because I don't know, when you trip on acid, like you just simple things are the easiest things, and like you don't even question the name of the being that you're seeing or like imagining. It's just, oh, that's Carl. Oh, that's Steven. Oh, that's Greg. You know, it's just very
Okay.
easy.
Yeah, that makes sense. All right.
Very Anglo-Saxon names, I guess. But
Yeah, that's fair. Greg, what's Greg's job?
he definitely works at a vape shop. But the vape shop is like in an alternate universe where DMT is legal. And that
He works at a DMT vape shop in an
Yeah,
alternate universe. I like that. I think he might be our first alternate universe character too. I'm not sure about that. I'll have to double check, but that's pretty cool. Like that broadens our world a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
So he's working.
He lives in the universe. It's Universe X. Like, we're not really sure what that's called, but he definitely lives on the planet Girth. That's the planet he's from.
The planet Girth.
Girth,
Like Girth.
as in the girth of a stout Timor.
Shout out Ty Moore and his girthiness. All right. All right. Where does Greg live?
Oh, well, Girth, dude. I mean, but where on Girth? That's
Yeah.
a good question.
Yeah.
Probably like Jerrysburg, Borham,
Mm-hmm.
which is like akin to maybe a St. Louis, Missouri.
Okay.
Maybe like a
Jerrysburg.
shitty like kind of trailer park suburb outside of St. Louis, Missouri.
Okay. Yeah, that checks out. What
He's got his own
what
trailer, though.
does Greg eat? What's his diet look like?
Ooh, that's a good question. Squirmy things that are wet and they move around and they're still alive while he slurps them up.
Okay. So like worms mainly, kind of that.
Yeah, but
Well,
these aren't worms that we've ever seen. These
right.
are like,
It's alternate
like worms
universe.
with like worms with feathers maybe, but they're wet
Ooh.
feathers.
Ugh.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Which aren't scales pretty much wet feathers? I don't know. Am I
I don't
tripping
think so.
now?
I'm no biologist or anything, but that doesn't sound right.
I've never touched a wet bird, but
well, you never masturbated?
touched the
Do. Nice.
My bad. I forgot this is a children's show.
Yeah, that's it. Okay. What is Greg's dream?
Ooh, that's a good question. I think his dream is to finally form some sort of legs and or feet. He's tired of being one with everything all the time. Like, he just wants some alone time. He just wants to read a book and not have like the universe and and have Girth itself like tap into what he's reading. He just wants to be alone. Just for like maybe if he could just have some feet for like 2 hours a day, you know, he'd be okay with that.
That's an incredibly reasonable dream, I think. You know what I mean?
So too, yeah.
I just want feet for 2 hours a day. That's all I'm asking for.
Dude, I mean, there's humans on Earth that don't have feet for 2 hours a day, so
Yeah.
that's maybe not that unreasonable.
Right? Probably not. How about this one? What does he sound like?
Ooh. I'm Greg. I don't know how to eat cereal.
Because it's not squirming by itself in my belly.
A spoon doesn't work with my squirmy food. I think that's what
I
he
love
sounds like.
I love that. Like he's just like is he a fan of Plus Time, or is this just a T-shirt he picked up at a thrift store or something?
Oh man, I honestly don't have my glasses on. I thought it said minus time, so I thought this.
I thought it did at first too, and I was like, oh, alternate
I'm like,
universe.
this is alternate universe shit.
Yeah.
I would say that he put like duct tape over the top part of the plus and the bottom part of the plus to make it just read negative time, because he's not a fan of plus time.
Oh well, okay. Well then, fuck Greg then. This
I know Greg
asshole.
sucks, dude. I'm making the
Fucking
whole
Greg.
point is that Greg is not a good character. at
Not
all.
a good dude.
Here's the other thing.
I'm Greg.
Yeah, well, here's the other shitty thing about Greg is that he just takes internet memes and uses them as stand-up lines.
Oh, fuck Greg.
I know, right?
Dude, I got nothing but contempt for Greg now. This fucking guy.
I do like the earring though. Props on the earring.
Earring's cool. Earring's cool.
You know,
For
he
sure.
looks-
Like you guys, I feel like you guys have a similar style too. You got the hat going on. You know, you got the t-shirt. You know, that's all it is. Just
he
because
loves
both
acid.
wear normal clothes.
I bet
And this is the
you got ears too. This is pretty cool.
This is arguably the most important question here, Logan. You ready for this? Who is their favorite member of the Wu-Tang Clan?
Well, man, that's a really all right. He's afraid to admit that it's not RZA and actually Jizza.
Ooh, interesting.
He's afraid to admit that because if he says that, he sounds like he thinks he'll come off as insensitive. You know what I mean? He'll
No.
come off as like maybe more in like maybe not paying attention to the lyrics as much or like the cadence or the emotion, and he's not really tapped into like what Wu-Tang really stands for. So he has to kind of lie, but really, he fucking loves
Really?
it, you know what I mean?
Jizza. Well, who doesn't though? You know what I mean?
I'm a
Swords is
RZA
a
fan,
masterpiece.
but I think
I love
you know,
RZA too. But
and I think RZA is more the emo one of the Wu-Tang, clan, and I like
that's
that.
accurate. Yeah. Like if you had to choose somebody from the Wu-Tang Clan to be the emo one, I feel like RZA's the guy.
Yeah. I mean, I will say, he close second or third, tied, for that is probably Ghostface, but we all know that.
Yeah. Well, put your hands for Greg, everybody. I mean, don't put your hands too hard because this guy seems like a prick. You know what I mean?
I know we don't like him. Did
Get
we
out
like
of
him
here,
at the
Greg.
beginning?
What's that?
We liked him at first, though, but then
We did,
started-
and then it's just like the more you learn about him, the more it's just like, I don't think I like this guy. Get out of here, Greg.
No, Roger.
There he goes. We're going to take another quick break, and when we come back, we're going to bring everybody back and ask a bunch of dumbass questions. Sound good to you? Sounds good to me, too. Stray, I also would like to add, Greg definitely fucks, which is true. I think I was kind of getting that vibe from him as well.
I mean, maybe I'm old fashioned, but I totally want Greg to lay his eggs inside of me.
I think that's fair. I mean, like, but he seems like a prick a little bit. But, you do you.
I mean, he has the earring that kind of gives it away. It's like you're a good time, but you're also a horrible person.
Well,
Like you'll have great cocaine, but like you're an asshole.
He doesn't have legs. Like, what could be in between those legs that aren't?
I
there,
feel like
you
it's
know?
one like giant, like loose, sloppy, but suction cup-y anus. It's like some kind of and he like suctions onto it, and that's why he really wants legs, because he's leaving a snail trail everywhere he goes. It smells disgusting. He's trash, but
Well,
he's a good time.
He also like. What if that anus can also turn into a dick, like a prolapse anus?
What?
Like it goes. It can
That's
be
what I was
both.
thinking.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
Yeah.
I think that's-
Well, like
That sounds
an
efficient.
alien, like the little baby alien mouth. That's his dick.
Yeah. That makes sense.
Does it have to be a baby, or is it not? Is it fine if they're alien?
Sorry, I'm trying to decide which one to start
Yeah,
with.
what's the age of consent with aliens? I don't know.
I meant like the baby alien mouth. You know what I was meaning?
Yeah.
Stop trying to make this weird.
I can't help myself. You know that.
Okay, let's start with. Yeah. First of all, okay. Do you know the difference between an alligator and a crocodile? Because I don't.
Land
idea.
and water.
Is that it? Does one of them like Only say
One's
on
real
land.
dry and one's real sloppy.
It's a matter of
Sounds
like
when you
pickles,
pet it,
I
it
think.
sounds like you're stirring macaroni and cheese.
Oh, did you say pickles, Drew?
Mhm.
One of them likes pickles, the other doesn't
Uh-huh.
like pickles.
Yeah.
I like that. They're like, we need to make a distinction in the community here. Can't just be giving pickles to everybody.
I know.
You get over there, you pickleless bastard.
I feel like one prefers sweet hot pickles and the other one is like strictly dill.
Yeah, which I
Mhm.
respect. I can't do the sweet high ones. I can't. It's just the
Oh,
dill ones. The other ones are like,
are you kidding me?
no.
I mean, it's because I'm on a bunch of pregnancy hormones, but I'll like sometimes wake up at like 3 a.m. and just like go eat half a jar of them.
Yeah, I can never get into those ones. Or like the bread and butter ones. I don't dig it.
I know.
What's your go-to nugget sauce?
Sweet chili, or like something like a something like a sweet and sour, but like a little spicy.
Mm-hmm.
And if you forget it, I will fucking burn the restaurant.
Definitely buffalo.
Buffalo. Yeah, I like a little spice.
I don't know what do we know the hit? Can we add another question? Be like, why is buffalo sauce called buffalo sauce? Like buffalo wings? They're not, buffaloes don't have wings. I just don't know. I've never gotten down to that.
It's like a Buffalo, New York thing. I think it was just like, we created this flavor. We're the first ones to put Frank's Red Hot sauce on our wings or something like that.
Fucking great. Good for you.
Yeah. Cool.
And that was
Great.
such confidence that I was just like, whoa. I was like, I never knew that.
I like this one. If you could only eat one breakfast cereal for the rest of your life, which is it?
Fruity Pebbles, hands down.
Nice.
I can literally eat a box of them in like one sitting.
Nice. I go Cinnamon Toast Crunch, maybe Golden Grams.
I got two answers.
Yeah.
One is dependent on whether or not I have terminal cancer.
This is just wet. Is just
If I have
rock.
terminal cancer, Cookie Crisp. If I
Okay.
don't have terminal cancer, Smart Start is actually really fucking good for as healthy as it is.
Is it really?
It's actually really, really tasty, yeah.
I'll
It's
take
probably
it.
also full of all kinds of bullshit sugar. I don't even eat cereal. I'm an eggs and bacon.
Yeah.
You know.
You look like you eat a lot of cereal, Logan.
I don't
You look like you don't even have an oven in your apartment.
That thing's gonna look like I'm a grain farmer.
Like a what farmer?
A grain farmer.
Yeah. No.
I look like look at me. I'm tan.
You look just like vaguely
do
like
look like-
Juan
you
Valdez.
do look like
Like
you're
I
on a
think
farm.
you have coffee beans. Okay. How about this is always a good one. Which Golden Girl's feet would you rather rub?
Rose.
This is a complex question. There are
Ah.
different layers to this because
Yeah.
there's not a rather. It's why you would each one.
Okay.
You know
Okay.
what I mean?
That's a good
Yeah, we'll
point.
go for it.
Tall lady main character.
B. Arthur.
Yeah,
Dorothy
Arthur,
Arthur,
Dorothy.
yes. Dorothy, there you go.
Mhm.
Just to see the Shaq-sized foot in real life. That's
Yep.
why you'd want to go for that, right? You just want to see
Yeah.
the size of those Mongols.
That is definitely a point.
Can we go back and forth on this one,
Oh,
Logan?
go for it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so I feel like Rose like really deserves it. She, you know what I mean? Like you're gonna want to rub Rose's feet. Like you would want to give that to her. She's such a sweetie. Like
Mm.
Smell like
she's
potpourri.
the most deserving of all of them.
They would smell so good.
They would smell like they would definitely
roses.
smell very good. It wouldn't be
Yeah.
like weird grandma smell. It would be like, oh, this is like warm sugar vanilla or some shit like that.
100%. Now,
It would smell like home, the old
foot
country.
the foot that everybody wants
The old
to see is the mom, Dorothy's
Yeah,
mom.
Sophia. Everybody wants to rub those feet.
Sophia.
That's the foot that everyone
Sicily.
wants to see because honestly, I bet they're so like sunburned and strained and crinkled. It probably
Nice
looks
to get
like
to know.
molded bacon.
How are they
You know
getting
what I mean?
sunburned?
Like because she's in Florida and she's probably wearing sandals all
Fair.
the time and she's her gown doesn't go over down her feet. So she's probably just got the most gnarly fucking tiny little baby, like, just weird old person foot. Baby old person foot.
So it runs in
Yeah.
the family. Like those are the feet you want to see.
Yeah.
I want to see all.
You want to see
of them.
the
I'm just- I'm
Zabornak
explaining
family.
why
Well,
wanna
I
see
feel
all of
like I feel like Blanche, like
Yeah.
she would like it too much. Like you'd just be instantly out of
Oh,
it. You just be
Blanche
like,
would be
I'm
so
gonna
into it
try
right off the
it, and then
bat.
she'd be like, oh, she'd be making it really weird, and she'd like it way too much. And I
Yeah.
feel like her feet specifically would smell like grandma, like skin so soft, like gross, like perfumed lotion, not the kind you want to smell.
But
And
in
she'd be like,
comedy-
smell
she'd
like
be making
roses,
eye
like
contact the
bad
whole time.
roses, like really bad roses.
The worst roses.
Oh yeah, it would smell like a funeral.
In the comedy community, though, if you could smell Betty White's feet, you'd be fucking on. You'd be on Joe Rogan immediately.
You-
It would just,
And then you live for like
Skyrocket
20 more
thing.
years. That's how it works, I think.
So that's like I just want to be close to Betty White. That's really all that is.
Yeah.
She
She's a
deserves
fucking
it.
gem, dude.
Still
I
kicking
love
it.
Betty White.
Still kicking it.
Mhm.
I'd
After-
fucking chew on Betty White's feet right now.
For real.
Let's call her up.
My
That's the
daughter.
next part of this
Anyway.
game, you guys. We call up Betty White. And then we ask her this question.
Out of
Mhm.
us four, whose feet does she want to touch? We would all be offended.
Yeah. If you had to listen to 24 hours of ASMR, what kind of noises would you rather hear?
Does that have to be like soft?
No, it can be whatever noise you really want
Like,
to
it
hear.
could be
Logan.
like rainforest or like gladiator fights, or it can
Totally.
be anything.
Yeah, that's fine. For me, I just want to hear someone pouring Cinnamon Toast Crunch into a bowl. No milk, obviously.
I like the
just
thought of
cereal
a
crisp.
gladiator fight, though, Logan. That's a good one.
That's
That'd be
interesting.
cool.
Yeah.
It would be cool to just hear a fucking like the I don't know, the Serengeti War, like some crazy civil war, and just hear like 4 hours of that while you fall asleep. There's something kind of brutally interesting about that.
That's a good
I
answer.
feel like I would want it to be something really ridiculous that, like, if it's for 24 hours, I would have to make fun of it at some point. So I would want it to be like, I would want it to be something really gross, like chewing something like nasty for 24 hours. Like I gotta be able to laugh at it.
Like
Like
just
as I just
straight
lean into
spoons full of hummus.
when I start leaning into like, going crazy over it in a couple of hours, like I want to be able to like enjoy that, I want to be able to lean into going crazy.
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah.
Ooh, this is always fun. What is your favorite movie franchise and why? It's a tough one.
I don't know if it's a franchise, but maybe like a does it have to be a franchise? Can it be like a filmmaker that does
Okay, yeah. I mean, if you want to just make your own rules to the question, Logan, you go ahead. No, that's fine. I think I've accepted that before, so that's okay. Like, I mean, it really depends. Like, if they're an
Welcome to
auteur,
Plus
I think
Logan,
like,
everybody. Ooh,
like Tarantino is like kind of his own
Yeah,
like
that's
franchise,
kinda,
right?
Well, Wes Anderson is kind of like that, but I'll let Estrella take this one for a second. I'm gonna think about this.
Eel porn.
Eel porn.
Mhm.
I have so many questions, yet I never want answers.
I like I don't know. I couldn't think of anything that actually meant anything to me. So I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
one of my favorite things to do is make people watch weird ass porn. Like it brings me joy. Like
fair.
even when I was thinking of like the chewing sound, like the one thing that I've ever like actually been revolted by when showing people like weird gross porn is like when people chew shit. Like it actually does get to me, but I have like a weird soft spot for it. Like I think it's really funny, mainly because it's like, oh, it grosses me out to the point, so it's like even funnier. Eel porn, it's funny.
Eel porn. That is two funny words together.
That is good. I'm gonna go ahead and say overall, like I could make this question way more difficult and confusing, but just whatever universe Adam Sandler's created with Happy Madison Productions, like that, there's something just kind of strong about everything that he does, even if it's as bad as 50 First Dates. he still comes out with something good. Like
It's interesting. That's your go-to bad Sandler movie.
I mean, Spanglish has a special heart or a special place.
I like
in my heart.
Spanglish, right?
Dude.
Spanglish
Like,
is
I like
alright.
that. I know it's problematic or whatever, but it's hilarious.
That was actually a good answer because I feel like I could watch any Adam Sandler movie and like not be annoyed that it's on and actually watch it and not like, you know what I mean? I don't know. Good answer.
Zoolander is one of the best comedic movies of all time. I mean, it's how do you write in a gas fight into a movie? Like
That's pretty great.
Orange mocha frappuccino.
I know. I think
It died in a tragic gasoline fight accident.
Whatever Adam Sandler's doing is killing it.
I like how Adam Sandler also has nothing to do with Zoolander. So that was a nice little thing.
That's Ben Stiller.
That's Ben Stiller, right? It's like, I love Adam Sandler movies like Zoolander.
I stand by my answer.
That's hilarious.
I like it. Okay. Which Ninja Turtle is the tenderest lover?
Donatello.
Really? I'd say Michelangelo just because he definitely had like the more like he was Donatello was very sensitive and very emotional. But
he does machines.
That implies to me that he fucks like a savage in the bedroom. You know what I mean? Where like if you're more outright and more creative, then you're probably like more tender in the bedroom. That's my critique on that.
That's a good observation. I'm just thinking of having sex with Master Splinter now.
I don't think that's come up yet.
He'd really I feel like he'd be like the tenderest.
You could definitely find the clit.
I mean, clearly I'm thinking of everybody but the turtles, honestly. Who's the stupid one? Who's the stupid one? The orange one?
I mean, Michelangelo, I guess.
Michelangelo, yeah.
I feel like no, he would be the opposite because he's like stupid.
That's why I think he'd be like
He'd be like fucking the hardest.
He's a party dude.
He's a party dude.
I feel like he's like a Nick Miller, a New Girl. Like he's like he's just so dumb.
I like it.
Can't really do it.
Okay. Give me a nickname. Like right now, I think was mine say Slick Burpee from last episode. So
I'm gonna go with electrolyte packet.
I like that one. Electrolyte packet.
Splarch Johnson.
Got it. Okay. Perfect. Safe. Okay, we got this.
Did you get mine?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Splarch Electrolyte Packet Johnson.
There we go. Perfect.
Okay. What's the next one? Just got a whole list here. Oh, what's a word you never remember how to spell?
Fuck. All of them.
For some reason, necessary. I have no idea why. Like
it's just a mess of C's and S's and I get that.
Every time I'm just like, even if I spell it right, I still stare at it for like a minute.
Yeah,
my brain can't do it.
Logan?
I mean, just all of them. Like it's been so long since I've written things, like except for just text, which texts are now just like shorthand. I'm convinced that speech in like written language is not going to be English as we know it. Like in 20 years, it's going to be straight up text, shorthand shit. So I don't even write with. I just type a W.
The slash.
Ask me to type. No, I don't even slash.
You don't even do the slash? Just W?
W, dude. Just W. You get it.
Are you saying that people who like have lost their like voice box due to smoking are like ahead of the curve with in terms of speaking with robots?
He's headed down that road, so
maybe I'm getting ahead of my own demise. Yeah, maybe that's what it is.
This is the least amount of cigarettes I've ever seen Logan smoke.
Yeah. I can't smoke in this house, so I had to put my arm out
the
window.
Good, don't. First celebrity crush.
Ooh.
Oh.
I know you got this, Estrella.
Goofy.
Okay, I've never heard that one. That's good.
Goofy.
Like from Goof Troop days, like single dad Goofy.
I think the single dad Goofy got me. It was like,
Yeah.
hey, you me in that aquarium hotel room, Goofy.
Dude, when they went on that trip together, that was like the best movie of all time.
That's a great movie, man. Goofy, the Goofy movie like holds the fuck up.
It
Love
really-
that movie.
Yeah.
My first celebrity crush. I was like maybe like fucking, I don't know, 5 years old, and my brother was about 7, and him and his friend played hooky to watch the Spice Girls pay-per-view on HBO, and my parents let them do it. And I remember watching that, and I had Spice Girls posters all over my wall for the next like 3 years. I would just like every time I got a boner, I'd think of the Spice Girl. Like I was just fucking love the Spice Girl. Like I even remember one time I was in fucking 3rd grade, and I played hooky, and when I did, I stayed in bed and watched the Spice World movie on pay-per-view. Like I was obsessed with that shit. And then it was Christina
That's
Aguilera.
something I just would have never expected.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
No, I come from the pop world. That's why I'm so different.
Every
now.
time I hear "If you want to be my lover," I always get a boner instantly.
I always say yes.
I also never hear that from my current lover, so yes, I do. Get a hear it.
It's always a fun one. Who is your favorite member of the Belcher family from Bob's Burgers?
This one's hard.
Mhm.
So
That's hard.
at first I want to say Louise, but Gene is the true Jim of that show. It's
Yeah.
definitely Gene.
I get that. Gene's got some of the best lines, and he just kind of throws them away, which is always
No,
fun.
I can't do a. If you're not real, then why do I feel this way, my little babies?
Oh, my water babies. I think about that one all the time. Whenever I like see water bottles, I just think, oh, my water babies. Anyway, Linda.
Is
My
Belcher
dark-
the name,
Yeah.
Belcher the name of Bob's family?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't watch the show. I've watched maybe
Okay.
a couple episodes.
Yeah.
Bob never gets this answer. No one ever likes Bob the most.
No, I don't think anyone's ever said that.
Why not?
I'll even make a case for Teddy, who's not even
He's
in
the
the
patriarch.
family.
He's trying to keep it all together, you know? Like, what? You can't give him a fucking break? You know?
Right?
It's like,
I mean, that's fair.
Yeah, he's not even his own favorite character. Poor guy.
Yeah, I think that's true.
I do like when he has like every time they have him have like an inanimate object in the kitchen be his friend for like whenever he's like
Yeah.
losing it. I love those episodes.
And he's like doing the voice. He's like, "Hey, Bob."
Hey,
That's the best.
What you
Good
doing?
stuff. What's your favorite sketch show?
I feel like all that just because like of like I don't like that's kind of like as a child what made me want to do sketch comedy stuff.
Peep Show count?
Ooh, I love Peep Show. I don't know if that counts, but like the sketch show they did, that Mitchell and Webb Look, I would count. That one's funny as shit.
It's a really good show.
And also like
Yeah.
old SNL, like old SNL
Yeah, like
sucking.
like actual like Bill Murray era, like
Yeah.
70s. Yeah,
Oh yeah.
I
Look at
grew up
that.
on Bobby Lee, Will
Mad
Sasso,
TV.
Mad TV.
Mad TV. I grew up like in my mom would take us to the grocery store, and I would just run to the magazine aisle and just so I could fold the back of the Mad TV fucking little end
The
thing,
Mad-
to
yeah.
create the new image that would just show like dicks and tits and all that shit. Like they couldn't print it like that, so you had to fold it in order to see it. Dude, I grew up on Mad TV, so that's definitely like to me culturally and like in my influence, Mad TV 100%.
That one's a hard one because I like them all.
yeah.
Mhm.
That one's hard. I kind of go back and forth every week or so. I like
how
been-
Mad TV was way raunchier.
Yeah,
Yeah, Kids in the Hall obviously was
Kids in the
fucking
Hall, yeah.
incredible in its own way, and all that.
and they've got a new series coming out too, which I'm
Yeah,
pretty
I
excited
saw
about.
that.
Yeah,
But Mad TV was like the punk rock version of SNL, and I always really appreciated that because they you know these people weren't getting paid dick to do this.
Nope.
Yeah. No, that's a good answer. Don't get a lot of Mad TV love here, but like when we do, it's like, all right, yeah. It's like it deserves its place in the lexicon or
You
whatever.
have to have grown up in a certain time to like have
Yeah.
exposed to it.
I just remember like flipping back and forth on Saturday nights, like
Oh
you
yeah.
know, between the Myers brothers. Okay. And I'm gonna ask one more. Okay, do you guys play video games at all? You guys video game people? Yeah. Oh yeah, I know you are. Okay. What is the best video game that you've played during the pandemic? Like I just started playing games again. Like I had a Super Nintendo as the only game system I ever owned until my brother gave me his old PS3. So I've been playing a lot of GTA.
I got super into Fortnite.
Mhm.
For some reason, it became like a huge thing to where like me, Eric Tate, the magician, and Dave Berkey like became like this weird little best friend group that like would play like every night. Like we're actually playing later tonight. Like we just play like all the time. But that kind of became like such a big thing in the pandemic, and we have like a weird little friendship from it. And we're always just like, oh, bro, like I'm so glad that we started playing Fortnite together.
That's so good. That's so
It's
nice.
so funny, and we would just be like, "Hey, you want to shoot kids tonight?"
The
It's like a
love
fun
that.
base level. You can talk shit, and like, I don't know. You don't really even necessarily have to be like that good at it. You can just be like really stupid. Like for me, I literally, if there's like gas cans in the game, if there's a gas can, I'm just like walk away from it because I always hit it and I'm gonna blow it up. So I'm blowing up everything around me, just pure chaos. I'm driving a boat on land and shooting rockets out of it for no reason. It's a good time. I thrive on chaos.
That's a good answer.
I can't speak for video games, but we continue to play D&D through Skype, and playing Dungeons and Dragons with our friends during the pandemic was fucking incredible because you didn't have to do the call your friends and get everyone on a channel and fucking chat about what happened. Like the first half hour to an hour of D&D is everyone just logging on, you just video chatting with everybody. And Dungeons and Dragons has become like a fucking staple in my life. And I really think it helps me not only with like staying connected with my friends, but I also think it helps me with my comedy because there's so many like improv role-playing things that you have to do.
Yeah.
Makes you think in a certain way that are very similar to the way I think when I'm just doing crowd work or if I'm like trying to make a
Interesting.
character or something on stage.
Yeah.
So that is Dungeons and Dragons. If no one plays it or no one that's watching plays it and they're interested, fucking do it because it's definitely worth it.
If you're looking for more people, I love Dungeons and Dragons.
I'm curious.
Yeah, I've only played like one day ever, so I'd like to try more.
I've been playing for the past like 2.5 years, and it's been fucking phenomenal. It's helped me in almost every facet of my life,
Wow.
except for scheduling.
It definitely
Yeah.
flexes your like improv muscle.
Yeah, I would imagine.
That's my favorite thing. Like I'll like Dungeon Masters will both like hate and love me because I'll just be like, roll to set that building on fire, like out of nowhere, because I thrive on chaos. But like it just be like, oh, you're always gonna be on your feet with me, buddy. You just wrote this whole thing for this building. Nope, it's on fire now.
A murderer over here. Like, all right,
Kill you, darlings.
We play very simple 2nd edition Advanced Dungeons and Dragons, which is very bare minimum. You pretty much just roll to see if you can do whatever. And depending on the strength, I'm going to bore you with all the details. But I will say, like, if anyone feels like they don't want to go outside still and they don't feel comfortable going out, video chatting with your friends and playing Dungeons and Dragons is really a good way to like bond and still hang out and get that social
I love that both of our answers were basically like that because like I feel the
Like
same
friendship.
about like Yeah, me, Dave, and Eric just playing Fortnite like multiple times a week, just
Yeah.
because we're talking shit and we like build little stupid bits and inside jokes and shit, and like it really kept us like alive in the pandemic.
Yeah. That's one thing that, like, I mean, it's really, I feel really happy that this happened when technology had already like caught up to where it is, because like it would have been way harder if I couldn't be like
Oh my
video chatting
God.
with people.
You mean
You know?
the plague in 1918? Yeah, that would have sucked.
Yeah, right.
Mm-hmm.
So, you guys ready to see the tapestry? Drew's tapestry?
Tapestry.
Wait, so you were been drawing this the whole time?
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah. So let's talk about what do we got here, Drew?
So the top left is somebody
The stick figure that I had with draw.
horrible scoliosis. Below that is a shit house.
I love it.
Below that are people who enjoy hugs that can't hug. That are,
Aw, that's so
Yeah.
sad.
the little demons are a part of the congressional districts.
Oh yeah.
You said doo doo at one point in time, and that was
So
funny.
that's-
I didn't even notice until he said something.
The far right is the hat that gives Greg acid trips.
Oh, that's right.
Oh my
Okay.
God.
What's coming out of it?
No.
That'd be a tight hat to have.
Then there's a wet bird,
Yep.
an
That was a
alligator
very
or
moist-
crocodile looking at a pickle. We didn't decide which one was the
Yeah.
one that liked them or not.
Which is why he's not eating it.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I like we're left wondering because you don't know if that's a sweet hot pickle or a fucking dill pickle. You know, we don't know. It's open to interpretation. I like
Yeah.
that.
In the middle with orange is what happens if you don't get the chip in the coronavirus or corona vaccine
Fuck.
and you get lost in the desert and you just don't have any signal and you're gonna be like, damn, I really wish that I had gotten that vaccine.
That's what I'm talking about.
And then directly below that is what I thought rocket out of an asshole would look like.
Perfect. It
That's
goes
my
in and
favorite.
out.
I think that is a perfect assessment.
Oh, there's
right there.
also a dead wine bottle. and
Oh yeah,
it's-
to the left.
Yeah.
So,
I'm gonna get that wine bottle tattooed on me, dude. I swear. Send me that
Yeah.
image. I will.
That is a very Logan tattoo.
Yeah.
I'll draw it better, or like I'll
no. Don't you dare.
That
That's
exact
how I
thing.
want it.
perfect.
That's
Yeah.
exactly
If you drew
how
it better, it wouldn't fit on Logan's
Yeah, I
body.
wouldn't.
correctly.
I wouldn't get it tattooed. Yeah. That's
Perfect.
fucking awesome. That's really good.
Perfect.
Oh my
Awesome.
god, guys, this has been so much fun. Did you guys have fun? First of all,
Yeah.
cool, awesome. What? Anything to plug? Anybody have something coming up?
I'm in the Wonder Dog charity show benefiting Star House this Saturday at the Shrunken Head. Oh god, I'm blanking on other stuff. I have our Blomedy show is the
Mhm.
last Saturday at the Shrunken Head. I'm forgetting everything else. But thank you for having me.
Oh, anytime. Logan, anything?
I am not on the Wonder Dog variety show this Saturday at the Shrunken Head. I'm also not on the Blomedy show, whatever Saturday that is at Shrunken Head. I'm on nothing right now, so please book me if you need any comedy at all.
I'll hit you up about that last
Oh,
Saturday.
I already have it. I was like just like typing something in, but it's like already typed from last week because some last time. But yeah, go to Wonder Dog's birthday show on June 5th at the Shrunken Head, and book Logan for stuff if you want to.
Please
I
do.
guess. Drew, anything?
Nope.
Perfect. Again, thank you guys for doing the show. This has been a lot of fun. For all you timies, we'll see you next week.
I agree. Love you.